is the
dungeon, right?
Well, no.
Don't you go in there?
You do go in there. It's a city. It's a floating mage city. They moved it from... Ordinarily, Dalaran's under a magic shield in the middle of Hillspread foothills, but since everybody's fighting the Lich King, the Kirin Tor have moved it to Northrend, so it's floating over one of the zones, and that's like the major hub city. And then from Dalaran you can port to any of the other cities and stuff like that. And we don't need to kill this dog.
We don't need to.
No.
But we have.
You guys get all your arrows.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright.
I just need to kill more of these citizens then.
Oh, I thought I thought I was clicking on the arrow. I clicked on a dude.
Oh yeah, the arrows should show up as like green things, and when you mouse over them.
I clicked on the wrong thing because there was a mob right next to it.
Look at you guys running around doing whatever.
Oh, I summoned that guy.
It's impossible to keep you people in a group. Everyone's
We're independent.
running all over the place.
Let's be independent together.
Yeah.
So Alex Atkinson from San Diego is asking if a level 50 warrior can just get Death Knight gear and look awesome too, or is that just strictly Death Knight?
It's only for the Death Knight intro quest, so it's unknown. Like as far as after level 70, I mean there might be some Death Knight looking-ish gear that drops at some point that other classes could wear, but all this stuff is Death Knight only, because only Death Knights can do this stuff.
So now this is interesting. Okay, the runes regenerate, but this runic power, like rage, is constantly decaying when I'm out of combat. So explain this runic power.
Yeah, it basically you build up runic power as you fight things, so it's sort of like rage, and then certain Death Knight abilities use runic power
instead of the runes.
Yeah, well, I think it still like exhausts the rune to use a Death Knight ability, but
I see. It'll also cost runic power.
Yeah, so like Death Grip doesn't cost anything. Death Coil costs 50 runic power, so
Gotcha.
you need to build it up by fighting things. Yoink. How are you doing on your quest, Kevin?
I got 2 more.
2 more whats?
2 more arrows.
Did you kill all your dudes?
Not sure.
Check your quest and see.
Yeah.
See, I would say this game would be a lot easier
God, this
to
dude
just
is like
pick up
following
and
me
play
around, picking up all the arrows I want.
If they just put it on the map, like where you have to go to turn in the quest. This stuff shouldn't be so much of a mystery. Like this stuff, like
That's
it
just
could
a
easily
WoW
just say, boom, here's where you turn in the quest. Here's where you have to go in order to do that. Like,
Yeah, they've done that for some quests.
Like Warhammer does that now. It's a pretty good addition because no one, people that don't want to actually go through the lore of the story, they just want to kill. Don't want to.
Well, usually if you just bring up the
bombs.
quest thing, like at the end, it'll say, do this and go to this guy. Like, you don't have to read, like, 3 paragraphs just to show something in.
Yeah, I mean, World of Warcraft is, I mean, even in my, my experience is, always just for whatever reason, eschewed the use of waypoints like you're talking about. And I don't know that the game really suffers because of that.
Really?
I don't think that it does. I think in a way that it actually improves it in some ways by making you explore more and making you feel like you're more a part of the land rather than being led by the nose to your next objective.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said for both, but it's not so complex to get around in
Kevin, are
the
you
world.
turning quests in?
I am. That's
All
what
right.
I'm attempting to do.
I wasn't sure if you were done. I was waiting for you.
Sorry about that.
You forgot to mount.
Yeah, sometimes walking around just doesn't cut it.
I finished every quest. There's nothing left. I'm all done.
Did you talk to Gothic?
Oh no. You're on that quest right now?
Mm-hmm.
Death Breach.
Shroud of Blood, Shroud of North Wind, or Shroud of the Unholy.
The frost one looks the coolest.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
I like the orangish one. I think that's the one I'm going with.
I have the unholy one. All right.
Yeah. I went with Blood.
Hey Bethany, can you talk a little bit about glyphs and inscriptions?
Just a little. If you open up your character, or not your character pane, spellbook, you have glyphs now. You have 3 major glyphs and 3 minor glyphs. Basically, they're not really implemented yet, but how they work is the major glyphs are things that they affect how spells and abilities work. It's kind of like having like an extra talent point or something. Like there's one for priests that like there's an ability where when you die, you come up as a spirit of redemption that lasts for 15 seconds. There's a glyph that gives you a chance to extend the time that's up, so you can heal for longer in that form. The minor glyphs are usually just they're kind of not as important. One of the minor glyphs for mages is polymorph penguin, so that when you polymorph someone, you can turn them into a penguin. So it's basically a mix between like little talent enhancements and little extra things, but they're not. They just started like listing some of the stuff that's available, so we don't really have all the info yet on how that's going to work in the end.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Sure. Who's in the mines with me? Who's not in the mines with me?
I'm coming to the mines.
All right.
How come these things never make ghouls? They always make the ghosts that start attacking me.
Well, they can't all make. Some of them are ghosts, and some of them make ghouls.
So what are you guys doing right now?
We are going through Scarlet Mine, trying to turn people into ghouls. So now I have a ghoul minion. So by the end, we'll have a bunch of ghoul minions.
So what do these guys do? Do they behave like pets?
Sort of, yeah. You don't. Well, I actually don't know if they end up having a pet bar.
I hate too many people doing the same plan.
Later. Yeah. Well, at least there are a lot of miners. But these guys for this quest pretty much just follow you around and come up out of the ground. It's a new character
Yeah, but you
model
see
too.
that everybody's rolling in a huge pack.
No ghosts.
I'm trying to figure out how to get to all of you. I just hit a dead end.
In the mine?
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, there you are. You're right behind us.
I'm good.
Look at all these
I
ghosts.
just took a detour.
You all fail.